role-playing action today here. Basically, I'm leveling up Gabriazar. And I think we're going to go do the Wayloon prison stuff here today. So this is a quest series wherein the Shadowfell wizards and conspiracy have invaded Wayloon prison and created a number of dangerous situations within the prison by recruiting prisoners to their cause and creating all kinds of havoc and chaos and bleeding over the Shadow Realms into the realms of Evening Star and the Forgotten Realms. So I guess Shadowfell is part of the Forgotten Realms. I don't know. I'm not actually like much of a lore expert when it comes to especially Forgotten Realms. A little bit here and there, but not deeply into the lore. And it looks like I've been out here, grabbed a majority of these quests already. Yeah, I'll talk to those guys. Okay, so we already got that established. Let's go ahead and grab these quests. This guy here. Greetings, adventurer. We're looking for someone like you to do a little covert work inside the prison. Someone is trying to unite the criminals into a single group, and this is something we've never seen before. Usually the prison gangs are just squabbling amongst themselves. We want to find out who's behind this, so we're sending in multiple agents pretending to be new recruits. Alright, so Gabriazar will go ahead and sign up for this quest. We'll be a new recruit. So this is light role-playing. A little bit of reading of the quest so we kind of have a story context, but not really doing all the voices and everything. We got a problem with the prison, and only someone like you can put a stop to it. The Netherese have managed to get inside the prison. Only gods know how. And they've gone and kidnapped a bunch of magistrates. And they were taken by the Shatterkai named Kellereth. He has a nasty, nasty reputation. Some people he takes just don't ever return. And we want you to get him out. Bring him back alive. I'm exactly the guy for that, except I don't care if I bring him back alive. And this guy, the sword captain. Things are out of control in the prison. We desperately need to regain the upper hand. The Netherese have gotten inside Wayloon prison, and their audacity knows no bounds. They're now openly recruiting prisoners to serve in their army. We need you to shut down their recruiting efforts. Alright, and Gabriazar will go ahead and help them with that too, because that's just the kind of swell guy that he is. Alright, I think at this point I've got all of the quests out here. No, I guess that's a quest that we need to get. Okay, so we didn't get that one either. But these are all like hub quests here, so go talk to people and get the quests. Okay, so I think we got everything we need to go inside the prison. And I think Gabriazar has been inside this prison before, but I don't think I've done the quests in here yet. So, hello, Nomad Ann, testing out our chat feature. I think it's like 3 a.m. in America, so I'm not expecting a whole lot of people are going to watch or chat, but that's okay. We need to try and keep up the regular streaming here on Sig Trent. We've got hourly quotas to make pretty soon. We've had a really kind of chaotic schedule as of late because we're moving from Japan to America, and that's just a little bit of chaos and craziness going on. So, but we're going to be back in the US here in a couple of weeks. We're going to establish a pretty regular streaming schedule, so we'll have a DDO night, we'll have a Hearthstone night, then we'll have like New Games night, some other stuff like that. So I'll really be doing this full-time for a while, as long as I can sort of financially sustain that. And we're going to try to increase the empire, and we'll get the Patreon up and running and all that kind of good stuff. But for now, well, we're just still working through the technology and still kind of waiting until we can have a regular schedule. So, and it's pretty cool off in the background. You can see the infested tower inside the prison. Although why we would put something like that in a prison, I don't know. It's like Escape from New York. They've turned the whole place into a prison. So we're going in on Epic. Gabriazar here, in case you're curious, is a swashbuckling bard. I am currently in the Magister Epic Destiny, and that's mostly just because I'm training it, not because that's my goal, my character. I do like him to be able to switch between kind of a support crowd control character and a solo swashbuckler build. So I am developing the ability, if not, I don't have it yet, to kind of make him do crowd control and support. It's a little difficult because he's only a first life character, so there's only so much you can do in that regard. But if we can get him up to Epic Elite status, then I think that'll be pretty good, or Low Reapers maybe. Something like that. So we can talk to this guy, but he wants astral shards to like truck around, and we don't want to do that particularly. All right, I've got Favored Soul here. He's got just a little bit of time left on him, so we're not going to bring him out in the adventure area. We'll use him for later. Well, I have died out in the adventure area before. Like, there are a couple nasty encounters, beholders and stuff out here. So just going to put some long-term buffs on. We'll walk around a little bit. And it looks like he has not been in the adventure area here on Epic, at least. So this will be new, and we'll actually do a fair bit of fighting out here. I don't think Gabriazar cares about prisoners much, but he'd be out here to see what kind of treasure can be had. He's trying to build favor up with the local constabulary, so kind of worth coming up. He wants to be the savior of Evening Star. He's already saved them a couple times, I guess, but he's going to do it some more until they just don't need any more saving. I guess. Something like that. We'll get out here. And I don't think this is a quest. It's a criminal hideout. Let's pop inside and see what's inside. But the gamma's pretty bad in here. I'm going to adjust my settings so I can see a little bit better. Let's see. Is that in advanced graphics or regular? I think it's in regular graphics. So gamma level. Yeah, there we go. We're just going to kip that up a little bit there until we can kind of make things out. It doesn't really help you. It's interesting, like the feed, it doesn't really change the feed, it only changes my monitor settings, kind of, so. Oh, poor little doggies. Yeah, well, I don't care. Gotta warn the bandits. Oh, I got some people fighting up here. Hello, Wayloon Elder. You don't want to talk to me. Oh, there we go. We have a conversation. Let's see what you have to say. I gotta follow you around, though. I think, let's see. Save me, please. Okay. Strength check? No. Intelligence check? No. Wisdom check? No. Bluff check? Intimidate check? Diplomacy check? Unskilled attempt? Or donate astral shards? Yeah, we'll go with bluff. I think it's my best. Reverse psychology. Sure. Go ahead. Stay here. No one cares when you die. Guess that worked. They ran off to safety. Alright, success. Let's get ourselves a little goodie.
I am told that several adventurers have repeatedly disrupted our operations inside the prison. It is irrelevant whether these troublemakers are agents of Cormyr or mere looters. No one interferes with Netheral's plans.
Mere looter
Hunt
here.
them down immediately.
Oh, I dare you to hunt me down. Pop back out here. We'll look around. We're both sort of looking for the quests, which I kind of know where they are, kind of don't. And also, just, you know, grab some XP while we're roaming around out here. Look for the little story points that we can listen to. Hey, doggies. Bye, doggies. Don't tell the SPCA. Alright. Or is it just SPCA? I don't know. I don't know. Hey, I see a shiny thing. Come get some. Yeah, today we're just more playing Sig style, kind of for fun. And we're leveling Gabriazar here, so. Blink.
Despite all the elaborate magical wards they placed on the walls, the war wizards failed to even consider that we might enter the prison through the Shadowfell. I do not believe these fools will pose much of a threat when war comes.
Why would somebody put a gargoyle on their roof? That just seems like asking for your roof to collapse.
Allow me to commend you on your recent recruitment efforts. It's vital that we train these new recruits as quickly as possible. Prince Telemont wishes to move forward on several fronts, and they will need every man we can put into the field.
These guys are fighting. That means maybe some people I can rescue. Hey, buddy. Let's see. Bluff check. All right, you're out of here. To safety with you. Oh, I got Adventures Pack. It's not so exciting. Let's get back up on the roof. That's where the action is. At least that's where it's easier to navigate than down in the alleyways. So, but you gotta hop down to get the goodies sometimes. Some burning buildings. Got a gate over there. Shadowy people up on the roof. Always worth stabbing. If you see shadowy people, well, they're probably not good people. Says the sneaky bard. Ooh, I see a thingy, so we're gonna go down there. Try to get that.
I realize that the criminals are much more unruly than Shah's faithful. Offer them anything it takes to secure their loyalty. Money, power, freedom. If we are to succeed in Weilun, we must control all of its prisoners.
Okay, so they want to control all the prisoners, eh? I can't control Gabriazar because he's not a prisoner. He's a bit of a criminal. He's a pirate king, so I think that makes him a pseudo bad guy. He even has the pirate king's treasure. He's wearing some of the pirate king's treasure right now. Outhouse. We'll wander around inside the alleys a little bit. I think that's enough of that. So get back up on the roofs. It's easier to get around. It's pretty anti-dodging there. I'm like dodging away from hitting my opponent. Okay. I can't really go up that avenue. Come on, Gabby. Get it together. This guy. Oh, he was behind me the whole time. These guys are not being especially dangerous. Let's see. Oh, more of them over here. But when you get in towards the central tower, that's when the random bad guys out here, the named ones, can actually get kind of nasty sometimes. A little trouble on some of my characters with them. Got killed a couple times. Hey, Melanie. How you doing? With 3 eyes. Nice to see you again. At least here on one of my pseudo-normal times playing again, which is nice. The schedule's been so chaotic lately. How have you been doing? Medea guy angry today. Yeah. So you made a guy angry? Really? Did you not level him up? Oh, Terminal Delirium. I love Terminal Delirium, though. Ridiculous quest. Although the balloon section drives me a little crazy, to be honest. That part. Wonderfully creative, but a little difficult. The implementation, a little rough. Yeah. But it's fun. I run it fairly often. I kind of enjoy it. Whenever I just want to do something kind of silly and be amused. It can also be, you know, it's one of those quests where it can be kind of fun to try and find the optionals and stuff and search for the special cases. Yeah, I lost a little track of where the hell I was going here. I think I might have a Explorer doohickey off in this area too. Howlers! Yeah, actually, it's been about 6 days since I got to play any DDO. I've been playing Wizardry 6 of all things. Really old, you know, it came out like 2001 role-playing game. I've had it on my hard drive for like 3 years now, and I was kind of like, I'm gonna finish this game, but it's a really, really slow game to play. I mean, it just is a snail's pace. I thought about streaming it, but I don't know. It's a little dull. Got a magic mouth. Can I get in here? No, definitely not. So it's called Wizardry 6, or no, Wizardry 8. Wizardry 8. And I forget what the title of it is. It's got a subtitle. They all kind of do.
Shadows are useful tools, and
It's
the
pretty
prisoners
epic,
make
though.
for eager but unskilled army
Who is
recruits.
shooting me? Oh, this guy's way
Nonetheless,
over here.
I feel that additional regular troops are required to make the most of our position here in Wayland. A handful of wizards are no substitute for a horde of well-drilled Shadakai.
Get another one. Ultima Online? Oh, yeah. That's old school, man.
Wayloon prison is
I did
ripe
play a
for
little bit of
picking.
that
There
back
are
in the
many
day.
here who follow Shah, and vastly more who hate the nation that imprisoned them.
And it was kind of funny because it was one of the first MMOs I played. I played a few like text-based MMOs before that, or they called them like mushes and stuff. So I played that, and I made both a male and a female character in Ultima Online. And when I trotted out my female character, you know, it was that stereotypical thing, like, all of a sudden, like, people were coming out of the woodwork to just, like, give me stuff. Like, they're giving me gold, and they're giving me items, and they're giving me things, trying to help me out. And at first I just thought people were super nice, but then I realized that they thought I was, like, an actual girl. And they were all just, like, beside themselves, like, of having seen a female in a game. And they couldn't control their behavior. So it was really pretty funny. I thought it was great. Yeah, I didn't take too much advantage of it, but a little bit. I kept the things, you know. Didn't tell them otherwise once I realized what was going on. But I don't know. It was kind of my first exposure to that behavior. Didn't know people did that. Because I'd always, you know, in role-playing games, computer role-playing games, I make male characters, female characters. I do both. Oh, okay. So it was like your first online RPG. Yeah. I mean, kind of for me. Like I said, I played these other ones. They were like text adventure games, so text only. And they could have multiple people playing them. And so it's kind of like an adventure game, but you could... And they were kind of cool because you could make things in the world. I mean, it's not like crafting, but you just sort of like type up descriptions of items and stuff, and then people could look at them and pick them up and carry them around. And there was some RPG elements, so there were like stats for items, and there was some combat you could do and stuff. But it wasn't... Combat was kind of a side thing. It was mostly just sort of chat. Oh yeah, Diablo. I do like Diablo. I haven't played the modern one so much, just kind of like... they got more and more of an online focus, and I tended to play Diablo as kind of like a single-player game. Or play with my wife as a cooperative game. Fortunately, I got lots of friends that play RPGs, and my wife plays RPGs, so... kind of always got some people I can play with. Oh, I think this is one of the quests. Drainage culverts, except... Oh, there it goes. Okay, and we're going to go in... hard or... I'll go for hard. Probably a mistake. Yeah, I played Diablo 2. I haven't played Diablo 3. Didn't get around to it, but I hear it's pretty cool. There's so many games now. It's just ridiculous. W8, yeah, Wizardry 8. I'm on Thelanis. So, I've always been a Thelanis player for the most part. I have characters on other servers, but I hardly ever play on other servers. And this is the sort of role-play server, which suits me pretty well. I'm a bit of a role-player myself, so... Not that I do much of that these days. Here on the stream, I'll do the quest roleplay a little bit. Today, it's kind of light role-playing, so I'll read the occasional dialogue or quest mission just so we know what the story is here.
Innocent Wayloon natives made these drainage tunnels into their refuge when the prison was built. Now, their safe haven has been shattered. Slaughtered
That's a lot of squeaky
corpses lie
rats.
scattered near the tunnel entrance, and a lone survivor of the massacre calls to you.
Alright, what's he got to say? Help us! Criminals broke in. We can't stop them. Too strong. Save the others. Alright, I'm here to help. Where do we go?
The woman's life ebbs away. her frantic warning consuming.
Oh, why
the
not
last
Reaper?
of her strength. If you
Well,
act
that's because
now,
my character's
you may
weak.
be able to prevent further massacres at the other camps.
He's a first life pure bard. I actually put enhancement points just like specifically to raise his haggle because that's kind of his job.
Showed no mercy during
So
their
he's
assault
pretty
on
crappy.
this camp. The Wayloon natives are brave, but they were no match for their attackers.
And outside his destiny, especially with self-healing, I'd just get murdered on Reaper. This character would be completely ruined. I don't think he could handle Elite either. Just too much damage. He'd get squished. Thank you. Yes, yeah. It's the Hat of Good Luck, this hat. It used to be just a regular hat. Now it's a cosmetic. So I was really happy when they did the cosmetics because it meant I could dress my characters without having to like sacrifice their gear quality. So, yeah, that's pretty much, I think, since they did that, I've always worn this hat.
Its piercing howls keep the nearby rats at bay.
Right, had enough of these squeaking rats. Get them out of here.
A scratchy voice barks out orders somewhere nearby.
Okay.
You lot take this tunnel. The rest of you go the other way.
Okay, don't know which tunnel they went down, so we'll go this one. I see somebody. This looks like a guy giving orders. Yeah, the buckler is from the Pirate Quests, Pre-Barrel Cove. I forget what it's called. It's like the Kobold Admiral's Tiller or something. Oh, I gotta watch my health here. So, like, this is just hard. If I was an Elite, I'd get murdered so bad. Plus, I'm out of my main destiny, too, so that helps. That hurts quite a bit. Alright, get those guys down. A little more healing. Yeah, and it's so bad on Reaper, most of my characters are built for self-healing, because I'm kind of old-style player, and I play solo a lot. And on Reaper, self-healing is so nerfed, that pretty much have to bring a follower. And so I could definitely do that, since it doesn't scale. Just bring a pack of clerics in to follow me around, I guess. Yeah, I was doing the open hand swashbuckling at first, but then once I had this buckler available to me, it has a lot of good abilities, like this kind of mezzing that's going on with this guy. That mostly comes from this buckler. So when I hit somebody, there's a decent chance that they get kind of stun locked. And so one-on-one, especially for orange names, doesn't work on reds, but it works on oranges. Saves me a lot of damage because they just get into a stun lock situation and takes care of it. You can use Pots of Ed for Karma XP. Oh, I don't even know much about that. Pots of ED. What's ED?
Guttural snores echo in the stone culvert.
Yeah, a lot of guys over there. Lizard man. Okay. We've got something to deal with them. Sing a little song. There we go. Piece of cake. Just shoot through them. Epic Destiny. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean I'm a cheapskate, so I play very free-to-play style. Don't usually have a lot of goodies. Yeah, so I rarely buy XP pots or anything. I use any free ones I get, I tend to use. Plus, I have the bad habit, I'm an altaholic, I guess you'd say, so I have like 30 characters, and I play all of them at one time or another. Gabriazar here is the guy I'm playing most on stream. He's kind of fun for streaming. Just sort of an easy character to play for the most part. Plus, he has a lot of different abilities, so he can be kind of strategic sometimes because of the singing and stuff like that. Oh yeah, Bards are good groupers. I need to find some other people who are willing to play on stream on Thelanis, so I can have do some group broadcasts as well, do some like raid content and stuff for the stream. We're gonna sing a song for these guys, and then we fight them the easy way. Almost feels like cheating. Saves me a lot of mana, though. Yeah, so I eventually, when I get this guy all kind of capped up and everything, I'm hoping I can do 2 modes. So I can, like, have a set where I'll play solo with him, and he'll be kind of like this, swashbuckler, and then a set I can switch my enhancements just a little bit and be crowd control and buffing for people. So just be a little bit more of a group player. But don't really... I have a guild, and they're... you know, they sometimes do raids, but they're a little quiet these days. And I haven't asked them if they want to be on stream or anything, so. Yeah, well, especially like traditional bards in first edition Dungeons and Dragons, you had to like, it was really weird to be a bard. You had to like be a bunch of other characters first. So you had to multi-class a whole bunch, which tended to mean you had to be a half-elf, I think, or an elf. And then once you'd been all these other classes, you could switch to be a bard. So it's pretty interesting. But yeah, versatile class. I think especially, you know, before Swashbuckler, I don't think they had a good, like, weapon damage, like, option for them, generally. They were always just really pretty weak for DPS. But I think the both the Epic Destiny that they've got now, the Fate Singer, and this are pretty reasonable. So, allow you to play pretty well solo. Like I said, probably not going to be challenging any Reapers with this character, but if I can just kind of bunk around here. I'm pretty low on mana, though. And we can always pull in the Cleric when we need to. That's why I got him back there. Ah, there we go. Shrine. Perfect. Just in time, the Shrine. Yeah, I like him pretty good. And I went over to the Divine Tree, is working through my destinies to get this, what is it called here? Divine Energy Resistance, which is kind of a key piece I was missing from my solo kit, with some kind of elemental resistances, which are, you know, hard to come by on a bard. So it's nice to get those. I'm going to pull my healer in over here. We'll park him up next to the shrine. So I think we're going to get a fight here where a bunch of guys are going to invade. Should speak with our elder.
The snake crest on the ground may be of use in reaching Harvest Hall.
I bet it will be. Where is the elder?
Criminals drop down from the ceiling grates.
Oh.
The natives below scramble to respond.
Alright, looks like we're going to fight them right now. Where are these guys? Okay, here we go. To battle! Whole bunch of archers here. Suppose I could sing in here, but these villagers are probably going to disrupt everybody, so it's kind of pointless, I think. Might save more of them. Of course, I also like that bards have the social skills. So one of the fun things with Gabriazar for role-playing is I can, you know, do the kind of Diplo or, you know, different social skills in the quests and stuff, and either bypass stuff or get extra dialogues and treasures that way. So he's kind of fun. The only thing I wish I could get on this guy is some kind of lockpicking. He doesn't really have any way to open locks right now, short of taking a hireling or that kind of thing. Do you have any characters on Cannith? I have a character on every server, but I probably don't have a character like that's higher than like level 4, right? So just kind of a, you know, bit of a chump character probably. I was thinking about making some, you know, at least some level 15s using the iconics on all the servers at some point so I could play with other people. Is Cannith your server, I take it? Especially, you know, to play with some other streamers and stuff, too, would be kind of cool, I think, so. So I definitely got some other buddies out there. So, some of the, you know, I'm an old DDO cast alum, and so play with some of the guys from DDO cast sometimes, and so I've had to make characters on other servers for that. And also I used to do contests on DDO cast, and so I would need to deliver prizes to people, and so I made characters so I could do that. Always have somebody I could get on. I don't think I've logged many of those guys in like, you know, a decade, maybe. Been a very long time. This guy just doesn't want to die. Alright, we need haste again. Looks like these bad guys have pretty well chewed through all the villagers, thanks to my less than epic DPS. I suppose that means I could mez them up now, since there's nobody to break the mez. So let's go ahead and... Oh, but they're running all over creation now. Oh yeah, been on a long time. Cool. Yeah, I can't say I've played constantly since beta, but I started just after beta. So I started when the game went live, and played a whole lot the first like 5 or 6 years. And then once I kind of retired from DDO cast, I just played a lot less for a while. Played other games, but I come back every once in a while. In 2006, yeah, it's a long time.
The Elder thanks you for
so I've seen kind of all the changes.
We will be safe now. Take this crest. It will help you gain entrance to Harvest Hall.
Hey, thank you so much, gentlemen. I'm sorry that very few of you are left alive, but you know. Alright, so we got to go do another one of these somewhere. Do we break their barricade? I don't know. Does it say anything about breaking barricades? Not really.
A strange glow suggests that
spell
there's
words.
something unusual about the corridor ahead.
Oh, annoying. Okay, haste, I think. There we go. Also, when I'm on stream, I don't like the quest to be too challenging, generally. Because I like to chat with people and stuff. I'm a pretty casual player, so it gets a little hectic if I'm worried a lot about dying, or I just die a whole bunch and then to come back into the quest. That's never too much fun. But this seems fine on hard. It's pretty easy. I still have to watch myself, but seem to be doing all right here. And I think this is the other village here. It's kind of a cool platform. Yeah, village number 2. Is there a shrine in here? I don't see one. This is like kind of a secret speed entrance. We've got a lever. What is the lever control? Closes the gate. That seems like a good idea. Can we close this gate too? I mean, we're trapping people outside and all, but that's probably wise. All right, let's get my. Gonna bring my guy in next to the
crest on the ground
here.
May be of use in reaching Harvest Hall.
All right, here's our elder. Yep, convicts in the tunnels, and I have a feeling they're gonna be here
Shouts
in
come
any
from
moment.
both ends of the camp. It's a two-pronged assault.
Ask the dudes to help me. AG.
More criminals drop down right in the middle of the camp.
Here they come. See if I can get through them a little faster this time. Remember to use my specials a bit more. They're not that strong though, my special attacks. Help a little with DPS, but really aren't all that many villagers here. Okay, I think we got a lot of these guys. We're gonna mez them up now. Especially these archers. Let's slowed that down to a dull roar. I feel like I got hamstrung. That's what's going on. I'm supposed to have. I thought freedom of movement protects from hamstring, and I do have freedom of movement through my bard abilities, but I don't know. I feel like freedom of movement doesn't protect me from much of anything anymore. I'm a little disappointed with that. My DPS? It's not very good.
The criminals force the gates open and pour into the camp.
Oh no, they're pouring into the camp. So yeah, I think he's doing right now in this destiny. I have no melee melee power bonuses, so I think it's like at 10 or 20. So I'm hitting for, you know, like 70, 80 there on base damage. But he's got a bunch of crit bonuses, so I think he's got a really wide crit range, like X3 on this rapier, plus a bunch of crit bonuses. So the crits are quite a bit more than the base damage on this guy. Oh hey, I think my clerics over here are like just getting pounded on. Should probably do something about that. Help my companion and all that. I get my best DPS when I'm in Fate Singer Destiny. Oh jeez, this is just a lot of junk. I need to mez these archers up. Okay, I'll get them under control for a little bit. It's so great having that crowd control available to you. Okay, that guy's down. Right now, I'm in the Magister Epic Destiny, which is completely useless to this character. I'm developing it so eventually I'll be able to do crowd control with this character. Enchantment focused. So I'm taking the Magistery up with basically anything to increase enchantment DCs. But I'm just at the very beginning of it, so I'm down at the bottom of it. So it's a really terrible terrible tree to be in, really, for a swashbuckler, but such as it is when you're leveling, you know. Not always too ideal. So I'd much rather be in Fate Singer. That's kind of my normal one for this character, and I get a bunch of good melee bonus. Hit quite a bit harder. Get 500 for crits, which isn't amazing. Like, it's never, you know, incredible DPS on this character, but it's, you know, tolerable for solo play. And I should probably remez some guys here, but I think we've got more of them. Yeah, there's some more that have been added in now. Oh, it's just a lot. See, like, if this was on Elite, there'd be, like, twice as many of them. That would just be really terrible for me. I need to rehaste here. I'm feeling a little slow. The blur back up. Oh, that's one of my guys. Then we've got the Rain Lightning Strike there, which I just think is fun. So right now my twists, I've got two twists. One is Rain, which you're seeing the lightning strikes from. And that's just to kind of give them a little bit of more melee DPS. And then I've got, the one I just picked up is the Elemental Resist from, a Stalwart Defender. I forget exactly what it's called. I'm pretty bad with remembering the names of all the enhancement trees and everything in Epic Destiny, so I always forget them. So I've got that going to give myself, you know, like 35-point resists or whatever, which I find are pretty important. And so those are the only twists I have right now. His is just first life, and this is his first time up the tree. He's level 26, 27, I think. 26 right now? Not sure. So he's still working his way up to 30. Oh, that's my guy. I keep forgetting. So definitely a bit limited. These guys appear to be immune to poison or something. The other thing that's nice if I'm actually in the Fate Singer is I get the bonuses to my sonic damage as well, and that actually increases my DPS quite a bit. He gets pretty good sonic damage procs. Take Intolerant Blows. Okay, I'll take a look at that. What I really hate with this guy is if I have to fight something that's basically immune to criticals, like a red name. I can sit here literally for like 10, 15 minutes beating on a monster, and it's just kind of tedious and terrible. Alright, do we have a shrine over here anywhere? Accessible. Let's check our map real quick. I don't know this one super well. We can get back over there. And pop over at the entrance. But I got my guy, so we'll just have the healer come with me here. Since I'm a little low on mana. Ugh, spell words. Obnoxious. Oh, here's where my 2 sockets go. Let's get rid of the poison.
A slight breeze suggests that you are
I like the versatility of bards too. It's got a lot of things you can do.
Breeze also comes a pungent,
build a lot of different kinds of bard
smell.
characters, which is amazing. And I did have another bard. I used to have kind of like a battle bard DPS character. This is a long time ago. It kind of sucks. So he was a bard barbarian, which is a pretty terrible combo. But I worked on him and I just made him pure barbarian. So took out the bard levels. I kind of did a simplification of my characters the last time during Ravenloft, so that it's just a little easier to jump into the game. I could remember exactly how to play them. And they're a little less vulnerable to sudden shifts in the trees and all that kind of thing. So they're just more simple. So this guy became pure bard. He used to be like rogue bard. And now he's just bard. I still have a few multi-class characters though. That can be kind of complicated. Oh, Ice Sorcerer. That sounds really cool. I have a couple sorcerers. I've got like a Fire Sorcerer and Acid Warforged Sorcerer. I like the Acid Warforged guy. It's pretty fun to play. Don't have Ice. I have an Ice Bombardier now. I do try to, like, I have, like, you know, one of everything seems to be my character philosophy, which is a bit silly. Does this guy have mana? He's got lots of mana, so let's give me a heal and top me off. I maybe have a mana pot somewhere, or a potion, or some kind of nonsense. What's this? Are these potions of wonder? No, it's some mnemonic enhancement. Okay. Usually got 1 or 2 kicking around. Alright, that's gonna be enough. We'll just go light on the spell casting, though. Alchemist Ice is bugged. Oh, really? Is that something new? Last time I was playing mine, it was okay, but then again, I'm pretty new to that character. Actually, she was I respect her from something else into Alchemist Wizard, I think.
I must stop those criminals from destroying it.
Stop the criminals.
The native leader rushes ahead and locks the gate before you can reach it.
Oh, well, that seems like a bad idea. All right, let's start from back to front on these guys. I hate archers. I think we killed that guy who ran away, so. Could use a heal here, Garrett. If you don't mind. Good job. Talk to my NPCs. 6 to 8k. That's awesome. Yeah, my guy's only level 15, so not doing anything like that. But it is crazy damage. I think that Alchemist is like, you know,
Where's my brother and
pretty
sister?
hardcore.
Did you
Pretty good
crash
character.
her?
Really strong.
Footsteps
I just love the
echo
variety
down
too.
the
You know, you get
hall.
evasion
More
on it.
criminals
That's
join
pretty
the field.
amazing. You can have the lockpicking spell. So I actually did another one who's I think it's Artificer. Artificer, just a couple levels so that I could do traps as well on my character. Thought that'd be fun. Gonna admit, you know, he'll suffer a little bit for DPS because of that, but fun for solo play. And he's tiefling, so he's actually fire spec'd. I don't know, cheater. Like, you know, if it works, then it's. I feel like in an MMO, like, yeah, you can kind of cheat, I guess, in an MMO, but to be honest, like, your play doesn't really affect anybody else, so. I mean, I guess if you're in a group and people are jealous, I don't know. I think it's silly. There's always going to be characters way stronger, especially, well, for me, because I don't have a lot of past lives and everything. So I feel like the idea of cheating in an MMO is kind of especially DDO, very limited. I guess in a game that has a lot of economy, like an EVE Online or something like that, where you can like steal other people's resources, and then cheating is kind of a problem. I think. It's a big problem, but DDO, you know, whatever. People want to exploit. I don't care. That's all. And I think just taking advantage of the systems is never exploiting. That's how you play, right? That's the name of the game. Some people get jealous. Oh, everybody else is doing too much damage. My character sucks. Yeah, well, you make your choices. And that's one reason I have lots of characters. If my character starts to suck, I play a different character, you know, or something. Man, a lot of these guys. Bit of a tedious fight. Yeah, I've never gotten one of those. So I think, I mean, to be honest, like all my characters are a bit weak sauce because they're first lives. Well, I have one TR character that I TR, but he's only like 3 past lives or something. And I don't have like a clear plan. He was just supposed to be a completionist character, so slowly but surely working through all the lives. Right now he's in Druid, and he kind of sucks, to be honest. Like, I really don't like him all that much, so I haven't been playing him. But I should just get him out of his Druid life and do something else. Maybe Alchemist. Get through that one pretty quick. Yeah, I didn't know you could exploit autos boxes. There was one game I used to exploit a lot. It was Star Wars Galaxies, right? And it was really kind of boring to level up on the different professions. You just had to do really grindy, repetitive tasks. And so we set up macros and stuff to run through that. Yeah, you know, oh no, more of these guys. I started out as kind of a caster. I was having a hard time with it, but I think I just need to learn it a little bit better. Plus, I am not great at playing casters, I think. It's just a little less experience with it. Some are okay. One of my mains, you know, one of my highest capped characters is a caster. He's a wizard. Pale Master. But, you know, really that character just kind of rolls around in a giant cloud of death, spamming spell damage, and it's pretty easy to play. Used to run around insta-killing things, but it's a little harder to do now, so. Okay, we'll just finish off this red now. Yeah, I also think with the Druidcaster, maybe you have to get a little bit higher level. The one thing that works great for me is that Lightning Strike. You know, boom, I can single target kill some stuff. But I was having trouble running out of mana a lot. It's my biggest problem, trying to be a caster druid.
The head of the criminals crumples to the ground. My family wiped out.
I think right now I switched him over to kind of bear druid, just because it was easier. And that was working a little bit better. But still, I don't know. Still wasn't to my taste somehow. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, the wizard on red names is just kind of tedious, to be honest. The leader of Harvest Hall motions you over, eager to speak with you. That's a little gripe I have with DDO. I think the red names outside of raids, I mean, in a raid you want the red names to have massive hit points. This is kind of the way raids work. But I think in the regular quests, sometimes I don't think the red name should be like a big long fight. I think it should just be like a higher offense, a little more dangerous, but not just a giant bag of hit points, because I find it just tedious. I'll go through a quest like on this guy. One of the reasons I don't play on Elite with him, I might be able to handle all the trash mobs because I can sing to them, but then the red name, well, I might be able to fight him, is going to be like a 20-minute fight, and I don't want to sit there for 20 minutes fighting a monster. You know, it's just really boring, so I don't do it too much. I just wish they were a little less a little less defense, a little more offense. That'd be a bit more interesting. Alright, well, we don't want to read his long dialogue.
You are welcome to use Harvest Hall as a place to rest and recover from now on.
Alright, 70k, that's nice. Pop on out of here. Get me a couple more ranks up Magister, oh boy. For this character, Magister's useless until I get it up to a higher level, I think. I can get something out of it. Alright, Harvest Hall. I got nothing really to say to these guys, though. Get back out there, look for more quests. That's what I'm going to do. gonna get the map up so I can like a little more strategically look for quest entrances. And so we're gonna want to run around to the right side, I think. I'm pretty bad at navigating Weilun. I find the layout to be pretty confusing. It's because it's got the roofs and then down below, and it's laid out in a little bit of a concentric kind of square shape, with a lot of gated off areas that then open up. Kind of throws me a bit. But if I bring up the map, sometimes that helps me get around and get a new area opened up on it. Oh, we just dodged those gargoyles. Just zerging through this area here now. Oh yeah, sure. I can open that up. Like I said, I only have 2 of them though. And I don't think I can change my destinies here because I'm a premium player, so I have to go to the Fate dude before I can actually do anything. I've got my premium account pretty well set up where I've got almost everything. I just need to get Sharn now. I'll buy the new expansion, then I'll have enough points and I'll buy Sharn at the same time. Let's see. What we got here? Epic Destinies. It's kind of the only problem with this ridiculous resolution on my screen. Almost impossible to see anything. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so really super hard to see. I've gotten kind of used to looking through it. So we're in Magister here. I've got 2 ranks. I've got 2 unspent points. My Twist of Fates are Rain here, which I guess I just really enjoy having. So it gives me those lightning strikes. And then this Divine Energy Transference. So I got a level 2 Twist and a level 1. So I need like 3 more points before I can get another lock in there. Yeah. Yeah, there's no way you can read it very well, especially like, yeah, and the thing is, like, this is a 4K resolution basically, but I'm playing a 4K resolution on a 15-inch laptop, which, you know, is basically crazy. But what happens if I play in the native resolution, I have a piece of hardware that streams the video from my laptop onto the computer that we broadcast with. And it really has a lot of issues with DDO running with high textures at non-native resolutions. So yeah, makes a mess. And so we'll get this weird visual tearing and stuff. And so I run in crazy resolution. Weapon base.
A strange mist
Take
envelops
below
you, and
W.
vertigo clutches
I'll
your
try to understand.
stomach. What is happening? The world around you has Welcome to the service of Netheril. You now serve a mighty empire and a glorious cause.
Right,
The 12
mighty
princes
glorious
and the
cause.
city of Shade may seem very far away at the moment. Yet soon, Netheril will come to Cormyr, and Weilun will
I get the
become
chain
the
whipping
newest
guys, which
province
can
of our
ruin my day
empire.
sometimes.
The Shadar Kai assassin dropped a scrap of parchment. It looks important.
Okay, interesting. It's not important enough to pick up. And I think... Nah, this is not a quest. It's just a little room. We'll go in there. There's usually one of the adventure points inside of here, so grab that. Hey, guys. No. And then just like it's so hard to see in these in this adventure area sometimes when the shadow vision comes on. It's like, okay, it's a giant muddy soup. I see. Fascinating. Wander around the bookstore. I mean, it's kind of cool in a way. I like it. It's very atmospheric, but I always feel like when I'm streaming, it's kind of like bad for people to watch. Yeah, super fast if you have a Sork, that's true. Well, unless everything is immune to your damage type, then like it takes forever in a day as you're trying to like debuff the immunity so you can damage anything. But yeah, my Fire Sork, I have a Fire Sork, and she's like, well, hot cold, I guess, right? Like if everything's immune to fire, it's just terrible. But if they're not, yeah, the quest goes so fast. You just burn everything to the ground. It's quite satisfying. I like it. It's one reason I feel like the Alchemist is a little cheaty almost, like you say, just because they can ignore the resistance to their damage so easily, and yet they still do, you know, really high DPS. So. Kind of best of both worlds. Let's get him knocked down so he can stop whipping that chain at me. Is that where the old church is? Yeah, so we got some quests out here, I think. Like I said, I'm getting XP for these adventure areas as well. Oh, hey, I think we got our purple worm here. He's killed my characters a few times. I think we'll get him. And Gabriazar does have evasion. Love that. No, we need to kill this guy too. That's one reason I'm pretty married to the swashbuckler here, just because, oh, I love having evasion on a character. It just makes life so much better. Oh, we should get these trash bombs down. Didn't see them come in on me. Went to Ellie form first. Oh, okay, yeah. I guess I haven't gotten. I don't have any of my sorcerers up to have the elemental form. None of them are level 20 yet. So, problem with having 30 characters. So they're still lobies. My only capped characters are like a hybrid paladin fighter and a wizard. So. Oh, and artificer, which is my, I guess, character that shares my name. So those are my 2 capped characters, or 3 capped characters, I guess. And Gabriazar here, maybe the next one. So I've been working pretty hard to level him up, more than I normally do, partly because I stream him so much. Well, he's kind of silly because he's not really a strong character. Like, he's a role-playing character, so I have not built him to be very optimal, except for like a high haggling score. But he's okay. It's certainly, like, Swashbuckler made him so much better than he used to be. He used to be, I basically couldn't really play him.
The Shadowfell in this area, and this
oh, yeah?
makes them an essential part of our plan.
There's a Zard out here.
They are touched with shadow as we are. We who have been blessed by Shah must stand together against the light.
Is this the Shadow Manor? No, that's the North Sea Tavern. Alright, well, I want to go to the quest, though, which is over here. 56k hit points. Holy cheese weasels. Oh, wait, is that 5 or 6 or 56? He's 56. I like. Oh, dude, yeah. That's pretty awesome. I mean, I think you have to get into like the what is it? The Reaper stuff to get those points. So, yeah, my guy, he's in like the 2k hit points. Is not particularly amazing, but he's okay. He's pretty good DPS. Fun to play. It's just like a wall of numbers appears on the screen when he's attacking something. He's a two weapon fighting paladin, and sort of. The problem is, like, he's focused on self-healing. He has a lot of healing amplification. He self-heals, and so he's kind of unkillable on a lot of quests outside of Reaper. I go into Reaper, I guess 5, 6, even 10. Yeah, I could. I mean, there's all those bonuses now. I could see getting up there for sure. But I get into like Reaper, and his self-healing just falls apart, and it's a lot tougher going. So I've done a couple Reapers solo on him, but it's really hard going.
Standing at the door.
I need to get with a group to get that leveled up so I can get his decent hit points on him.
Join with us. Speak with the recruiter inside.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to be one of your shadow people. No problem. You need bards, right? Sing about how great and shadowy you all are. Let's get that done.
The Netherese snap to attention as a dark form emerges from the shadows. This must be the Shade who commands the Netherese
Hey Shade, I'm here to sign up.
campaign.
I want to join. Me and Garrett here. We're a team. Course General. More prisoners flock to Shah's banner every day. Kind of wish these dialogues were spoken out loud too. Come to Kenneth? Okay. Yeah. Tell you what. Tonight I'll take a look. Get one of my characters up and running.
Learn how to reach the general by questioning the recruiter.
Of course, they'll start at level 15 with no gear, but you know, I'm sure we can get that sorted out. Bards are awesome. One of the members of my guild is just called Bard. That's his like nickname, we all call him, because he has a Bard character and he usually plays that. He's awesome. We love Bard. One of the nicest guys. His characters are cool, so. But he plays total support Bard, just total, you know, crowd control. Awesome to have in a group. Everything is held all the time when you're playing with him. It's amazing. And maybe someday we'll get Gabriazar up where he can do that, so he can be a good group character. Right now, like, honestly, like, this character's reputation in the guild was, oh, you're playing Gabriazar, okay. Well, you just have fun in the backpack there, kid, because old Gabby had like 100 hit points, and so he would just die all the time. But they're happy to have him along because it's a nice guild, and they know this character, and I'll give him cheap scrolls and stuff, buy a big stack of scrolls for everybody. He's got the hookup. Alright, that's a lot of dudes, so we're gonna sing for them. I think somebody's shooting me too. Okay. Two at a time will be fine. Okay, three at a time was not my plan, but that's because I got stupid Garrett here. Totally helping me. Oh yeah, first one ever was a bard? I don't know what my first character was. I think... I'm not sure. My oldest character is a character named Avanos. And I think he started as a rogue, maybe? Like a strength rogue, something like that. It's pretty terrible, but... I still have him, but he's like changed builds a bazillion times over the years. Now he's like arcane. No, he used to be an arcane archer. Now he's some other kind of archer. Not a character I play a whole lot. I think level 22. So yeah, this character's like, you know, 17, 18 years old, or however old the game is. Level 22. That kind of shows you my dedication. But ultimately, my wife wanted to play with my character that had my own name, so that's what I did. Played Siegfried. Oh yeah, yeah. No, they were super important for a while. Especially like, you know, just I remember there was some time when if you wanted to play on the elite difficulty, if you wanted to hit anything, you kind of had to have those bonuses. Attack and damage bonuses. Now they feel... I feel like the bard buffing has gotten a little weak, maybe. Doesn't stack with as much stuff, and so people are a little less excited to get that buff. They're looking more for crowd control. Got kicked from your guild? Oh no. I ran my own guild, so that would never happen. I don't know, we kicked a few people out of the guild. My old guild my guild didn't have a lot of rules. The one rule was like, don't make drama in the guild. So if somebody made drama, I would just kind of boot them. Like, oh, da 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 da. I'm like, yeah, look, it's been nice playing with you and all, but you're clearly not having a great time now, so we're just gonna let you go. And you know, try to be on good terms, but just not argue about it. That worked out pretty good. Some people just wanted to, you know, make trouble. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you definitely need that to hit buff back in the day. I remember we were doing like, oh, what is it? Relics of a Sovereign Past. You had those Drow Dread Guards, and they could just get like armor class that was really hard for characters to hit. Yeah, you just sit there and whiff on them. And I remember we used to use the wounding puncturing weapons a lot back in those days, just to try and, you know, it was like the fastest way to kill stuff. The damage numbers you could do were just so much lower back then than they are now. I mean, those quests haven't changed all that much. So now you just like blow through them, like you just do so much more damage than you used to. Like elemental resistances used to, you know, like on the elemental, the DR used to be really kind of a pain in the butt, but now it's like, well, whatever. I don't need to switch weapons, just like 10 points of DR, just nothing. Yeah, I love new players too. I mean, my guild was super like casual and kind of newbie friendly. We just helped people play and learn the game and stuff. So I carried over that into DDO cast when I did it and tried to be really helpful to new players. Now I play solo so much, I can't say that I'm very helpful to anybody, but you know, I certainly try to be. I'm also not so much of an expert anymore. And there's a bunch of spell traps there, and there's not much reason for me to trigger them, so we'll just leave them be. Oh, hey, we forgot about you, Priestess of Shar. I'm so sorry. I'll get around to you. There you go. Get the patented Gabby beat down. I know you just, you were missing it. There it is for you. Alright, I think I'm going to get a bunch of guys in here, so get ready for them. You know, I don't even think I did my main buffing cycle here. It's pretty sad. I'm a bard running around without my bard song on. It's pretty sad. Alright, there we go. Speaking of newbies, I'm afraid I am one of the world's not very good DDO players. I just love the game, so I'm okay. I shouldn't be that down on myself, I suppose. But I do like to self-deprecate a little. Yeah, if I'm out in the harbor or something, I keep an eye on chat, try to help people answer questions and stuff, so I do that a lot. I do know some of the old kind of arcane systems in the game that are a little harder to find information about, like the, you know, the Stone of Change or something. People are like, what is this? I'm like, oh, okay, so that's what you can do with this. Or, you know, turning in collectibles and stuff. So like, what do I do with all these things? I'm like, oh yeah, well, you should probably throw them away, but if you want to do something, I guess you shouldn't throw them away if you're going to do crafting or something, so. Who's fighting us? Okay, Sharn Worshipper. I do kind of, the camera gets pretty funky in here, so there we go, that's better. Just beating on the altar. Yeah, so often I feel a bit like a newbie myself, actually. I'm in that weird position where I'm an old-time player, but I'm not really, especially an elite player by any stretch. I try to have a lot of knowledge about the game. Like, I try to understand the classes and the systems and stuff. Pay attention to what other people's builds are. This guy's just standing here. He's like, yeah, okay, you're desecrating the temple. That's okay. If I were him, that's what I would do too, because that's a good way to stay alive. I think I need to find one more fella down here on the first floor. Bit of a long quest, this one. Or at least there's a lot of guys to fight. So I think I need to go find the other shrine, which I believe is like a bedroom or something that has one on the side I was on before. So before I go too far over here, I want to go back and get to it. Low there. Oh, I see. Garrett's fallen down on the job. Do need to watch my own health. And I'm also like, I get super jaded. I'm just like, oh, I don't need to really pay attention. It's too easy. And then I invariably get killed. Back in the day, I got kicked from a party in the guild in which I helped. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, I will say, like, generally, the DDO community is super nice, right? For the most part, people are super cool, but there are some jerks, like, you know. Especially when the game first started. I think every game when it first starts, you get a flood of kind of a little bit immature, a little bit, like, low patience people, or they just, you know, they want to bitch about the game, they don't want to play it. Due to hit points. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, like, I will never, ever kick somebody for their character build. Like, I just don't do that, you know. I think, maybe I'm a little sacred about it, but, like, whatever it is you want to play, that's your thing, and I'm a big jerk if I tell you to play something that you don't like, or any of that, so I never do that. I help people make builds, you know, I want to help people make really cool characters. And I used to do builds on the forum. That was kind of my thing, was I would make builds for people. Just use the rules, try to figure out a good play pattern for them. And, you know, based on some request, like, I want to play this kind of character, that kind of character. And I'd say I often built better characters for other people than I played for myself. A little bit silly, but probably true. It does happen, yeah. I will say, like, I've been in some groups and we've had some people who, at first, we really try hard to kind of help them through the quest. But if they die enough times, then we will sort of switch strategy a little, and it will carry them a bit, right? Because we're like, okay, well, so we're going to carry your stone through this part because it's just a lot of traps, and you're having a little trouble getting through there, and we'll get you through to the other side, and then we'll bring you back up, right? Occasionally people don't like that and they'll quit, but it's just, at some point, you know, you're like, hey, look, we got to get everybody through this quest. Right. Well, I've never kicked anybody, though. Out of a group. I don't think I've ever done it. Yeah, I'm happy to carry people through stuff. That's no problem. The only reason I don't like to just sort of pure carry people is if they want to participate, right? Because you want to play the game. So I try not to do that. If I play with new people, I zerg less. I rarely lead the zerg unless it's with my friends. If I'm in a pug, I follow the next fastest person through the quests. I generally don't zerg on screen here, you know, because I'm like kind of focus on talking. Zerging takes a little bit more concentration sometimes. Depends on the quest. Well, I play by myself. Sometimes I go super fast, or try to.
The Defiant Guardian falls.
Down.
You now have the
time I got like 0 mana.
Tower.
Oh, and I needed to kill him too, so that's good. All right, what else? I got to kill the Shade General Mirthir. Okay. Looks like I got all the all the requirements I need. The Melnie the Saint. Oh, that's a good nickname to have, I think. I don't know. Did I have a nickname? Just Sig, I think. See, now my wife is actually the stronger DDO player among the two of us. She makes pretty optimized characters. She's always like, I want to play whatever's strongest. And so, kind of whatever's the easiest, strongest, most broken character, that's what my wife plays. And so she was actually more of a force in raids than I was with my guild. And so they're like, oh yeah, oh Sig, yeah, is Anne with you? You know, like, oh yeah, she's coming, she's coming. I'm more just sort of reliable as to not being a complete goof with my characters. So try not to make a nuisance of myself. Oh, that's not so bad. Just one spell word here on normal. Usually, I guess I do this on elite difficulty. So, is that a box monster down there? I don't know what's going on with that. It's pretty weird. Okay, we'll give it a little bit of a fight here, so I need to buff. And like, so this time when I got back into DDO, one thing I did is I went and standardized all my hotbars, which with 30 characters took a while. So that everybody's kind of got the same kinds of powers in the same place. I think that makes things a little bit more efficient. Let's chase this guy down before he sneaks up on us somewhere. There we go. One-on-one. Bard's pretty good. Just knock people straight down their butts without having to have a whole bunch of tactics investments or anything. I kind of like it. Not much
Stairs
group
lead up to
damage,
the
though.
tower where the Shade General
A
dwells.
little bit of a problem with this guy. So I gotta pick them off one at a time, which makes for kind of slow adventuring. A little bit stuck here. Got a little bit of multi-target damage with one of my attacks. Sometimes it seems to hit bystanders. I'm not sure exactly how. It's not a cleave, though. It's supposed to be just sort of like a 2-hit strike with increased threat range, but lower multiplier. So it tends to proc the crit-based damage things. Oh, my wife, how did she start playing DDO? With me. So we played Dungeons and Dragons together a lot. She always said she wanted to marry a game master, so she did. So I'm the GM. And so, yeah, when DDO came out, we just both really wanted to play together. We played EverQuest 2 together, Star Wars Galaxies together, bunch of stuff. So, just a bit of an MMO and couple, the two of us. Now, she's not quite as much of a big gamer as I am. Like, I game all the time. She games some of the time. So every day I'm playing video games. She plays video games at least every week, but not every day, not as much. Minecraft is her big obsession these days. So a little more slower games for her. But she likes MMOs and RPGs and strategy games and a little bit of everything. But I'd say she gets into about 2 games a year. And I'm probably about 6 games a year. Alright, there we go. Yeah. She's cool. Yeah, she is. Well, it's because of her playstyle. Like, she's not an altaholic. She doesn't have 30 characters. And instead of trying to make, I'm always like, hey, what if I combine this and this and this? I could try to do this. It'd be kind of weird. Nobody plays that. So I'm looking to play things that are kind of strange and unusual. Or just kind of whatever appeals to me. And she's straight up just like, what's the best character to play? And she plays that. Or she'll play healers in MMOs a lot. She likes healing characters, so she'll usually have a cleric, and then her other character right now is a warlock. She hasn't built a new character since Ravenloft. So her main character is a straight up Aura warlock, and she runs in one of the Divine Destinies, so she's kind of like a tank warlock. Just sit there, spam hit points, spam heals, spam damage. Just kind of like a walking nuclear apocalypse. Pretty cool character. And she's got a lot of nice specialized gear for it.
Near the Shar altar starts to rise.
Because I got 30 characters, I'm always sharing all my gear between all the characters and stuff. So I think most of the gear that Gabriazar here has, he didn't find himself. We'll use my heals area damage here. Pesky shadows. Yeah, warlocks are... At the time, warlock was like, as she put it, the easy button, right? The character you don't have to think too much to build and play. And before that, she was a sorcerer, so she'll just reincarnate her character into some new build. And so she was a sorcerer before that, just straight up spamming, I think, acid damage. And then when warlock came out, she was like, oh, that's even easier. And so she built warlock. Yeah, she's pretty good. He didn't like playing it, though. I got a couple of them. I enjoy them. I don't have one that's... I do have a level 20 warlock, or level 21, and I've got one that's like level 7. Little low B one. I have to have one of everything. That's like my, like I said, altaholic kind of thing going on, so... Variety pack of characters. I actually don't... Like I said, I don't know this quest well enough to know exactly what I'm doing here, so... I kind of remember it. And I did it on stream a little while back. Had a lot of trouble with it, actually. I forget what character I was playing. Got killed a bunch at the last fight. See how it goes this time. I think I might have been playing on not on Legendary though, or not on Epic. I was playing like a Pale Master in here or something like that. It wasn't very easy. Sorks, yeah, I think they're pretty tough to play. Well, I mean, back in the day, the Sork wasn't too bad. I mean, you just sort of spam your SLAs, and there you go. Or at least that was kind of how she played hers. That's a bit how I play mine, but sometimes tough just because your defenses are so limited on that character. Oh, God, stupid Shatterkai. That blade dance can just really get me. Once it gets going really fast. Especially get a stun on it. Pretty painful. Let's get this area cleared out so I can use that shrine safely, because I think this is the end of the quest here. And I think I'm qualified to go in there. So we'll use the shrine, buff up, and roll into the final confrontation. And I gotta check my time too. Yeah, I got like 45 minutes. At 8 o'clock here in Japan, I usually stop streaming just because the talking at a fairly large volume can disturb the neighbors.
Out of a dark and foreboding mirror. This must lead to the Shade's lair inside the Shadowfell.
I don't know why, but I feel like it's kind of my duty to talk a fair bit when I'm streaming here and not just sort of silently play a game. Try to entertain people a little bit, talk about what I'm doing, talk about other things, chat with people. I like it best that way. It's like, I don't know, it's like playing with friends. I mean, having you here chatting with me makes it feel like it's kind of a nice social experience instead of just playing by myself, which I like to do too, but save that for late at night. All right, well, here we got our evil bad guy.
The Shade General turns to greet you.
Hey there, Shade General.
You are braver than the usual.
Oh, I'm not very brave at all, but
sins against us.
let's get our
Alas, you are
guy
just
parked over here.
Don't you understand?
Oh, thanks for following,
Give her a
Cellophane.
face.
Much appreciated.
And eventually,
Very cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
face entire empire.
So cool.
Hundreds of
It's, I think, been a
years
couple
away.
weeks because I've had such an irregular schedule, so very much appreciated. I hope you enjoy it.
Trying to discuss grand strategy with a mere footsie.
I will endeavor to continue
So I wanted to
entertaining.
skip to the part you do understand.
The super long villain explanation. You gotta love it. Alright, get in him on. Oh, he's taking extra light damage, so that's nice. I think that's just from the sword. It's sort of an undead spec sword, this thing. Ooh, lots of 20s. I love it. That's good. Oh, hey, no problem, man. Yeah, that's the nice thing about watching a stream. You're under no obligation. Come and go as you please, I say. I just really appreciate you taking the time to chat with me. That's really nice. Makes me feel happy. Warm and fuzzy. Gives me motivation. I mean, I always try to kind of like pretend I have an audience, even if I don't. But, I think I'm actually going to go watch people stream tonight, too. I often don't have enough time for it, you know, but I think it's really important for streamers to watch other streamers and kind of participate in the community and everything, so I'm going to try to do that. Oh good, Garrett's doing his job, keeping me healed up, so this is pretty easy. No problemo.
The Shade breaks off his attack.
Okay, I think the...
things that walk the Shadowfell, sir.
Yep, I got the worm now.
As do the things that
Here's where things get a little tricky for this one. The Nightcrawler can be quite nasty. It can kill Garrett, so I'm going to be careful of that. I think I need to get my blur back up here. I kind of wish you could set some sort of an alert when your buffs run off, or when a set of buffs run off. That would be really cool. Yeah, I'm not sure if I should let him heal me, or if I should heal myself, but I like this boss fight. I think it's pretty cool. It's kind of a two-parter. Got two different red names to deal with one at a time. Take a little bit different strategy to fight each of them. I have no idea what kind of damage I'm doing to this guy. Just Can't even see the numbers. Come on, Garrett, let's get a heal on. Alright, I'm gonna heal myself. Make me do the job for you. There you go. Good job, buddy. So this is gonna take a little bit longer because he's got some DR on him. I liked it when I was running in the Divine, though. I had like an extra 400 hit points, which is great on this character. I'm used to having like, I think when I first got to level 20, I had like 350 hit points or something. He's just terrible. You can like breathe on you hard, you die. You didn't get hit a whole lot, but when I was over in my Epic Destinator, I had like 800. I'm now about 5. So the Divine Epic Destiny is pretty nice for the hit points. But it is kind of the tanking one, so I guess that makes sense. Tanks need hit points. So I miss those. Bravely fighting the worm. Well, I don't think this is going to be a challenge. It's going pretty well. Thankfully, here on hard, we get to benefit from dungeon scaling. Pretty sure if this was elite, the worm would have killed me. The thing I like about DDO, I mean, whatever your level of play, you can kind of find the difficulty that's going to be right for a character, give you a little bit of a challenge, have some fun fighting. You need to pay attention. If I wasn't paying attention here, I could probably get killed. I could handle a little bit more difficulty. Like, if it's a really hard one, I have to run around, use scrolls to heal myself, or I have to get kind of creative if my hireling dies. But we're not quite at that level here. This is basically like, just so long as I don't play like a complete moron, I should be able to do that. Which is about right for stream. I've been on a couple streams here with Gabriazar where I'm trying to push him, be a little bit stronger player. And frankly, like, get in a situation where just, like, you know, the poor audience has got to watch me for, like, 15 minutes, like, run in circles trying to stay alive. Can't say it's, like, super fun to watch. Or at least I wouldn't think it is. I guess there's some nail-biting drama, but when the nail-biting drama goes on for 20 minutes, then, yeah, it's maybe not great entertainment there, I think. And I can't, you know, I've, like, concentrating too much to talk to anybody. Oh, stun, that's bad. So we still got our moments here. Stun locked is really a problem. Oh, got away. Yay. Alright, come on, Garrett. Let's get a real heal on me, please. I feel like I'm... Oh, I think I'm heal targeting somebody else. Yeah, that's the problem. Is Garrett dead? No, he's alive. Okay. Back in the fight here. Didn't quite die. And I'm never sure, like, do I have a cake or something on this character if he dies? No. I don't plan that well. Too casual. Fortunately, my DDO niche is to be a casual player, I think, which is maybe not the most popular niche for streaming.
But Netherrealm will win this war. Or did you think that Wayne
Gus, you gave Motov.
There are others.
Before you can question him further, the general slips into shadow forever.
All right. Goodbye, General. Yeah, I got a couple more ranks. That's nice. And I don't know, about a third left to the next level, so that'll be cool. I'm really looking forward to level 29. I got a bunch of, you know, gear from Ravenloft in the bank. So when I get to level 29, we'll get a nice big power bump on Gabriazar here, and that'll be pretty cool, I think. So looks like Garrett is expired now, so we'll need a new Garrett to fill the shoes of the old. I think we got one. Didn't see it there. Yeah, if not, I'll have to go back to the ship and get one. I don't always need him, but I generally do. Alright, yeah, I don't see another one, so. Any more chests here? Nope, we're finishing out. Still can't get get more hit points. I'm triple completionist. Triple completionist. Oh my god, it's pretty awesome. Very, very cool, I think, actually. All right. Oh, we need to get rid of these guys. Because we don't have to. We could have just recalled out from there. I'm going to give my inventory a little bit more careful scouring here. Let's see. Get the magnifier out. Alright, looking for hirelings in the inventory. What is this? It's the Librum of Silver Magic. That's pretty cool. I don't even know where I picked that up. What else did I get? Shade's Hood. Yay. Not very exciting. And Skirmisher's Lenses. Okay. Yeah, some interesting named items here. That's kind of cool. We'll sort through all that a little bit later, though, I think. And yeah, I got no hirelings on me, so we're gonna go out and get some. Alright, to the guild ship. Ricola. It's actually probably the slow train here. Let's just teleport. And we're gonna go to the marketplace. Boom. Oh, I love teleporting. So nice. It's another one of those things. I try to try to make sure my characters, as many of my characters as possible, can teleport somehow. Saves me a lot of time. Of course, I waste a lot of time fiddling with my inventory, which I think probably I shouldn't do. But and refresh the guild buffs over here. The mighty guild airship. The mighty Madborn. Load into the mighty airship. There we go. I'm always surprised when I go on somebody else's airship and it has a different layout, and I'm like, oh, wait a second. What's going on here? I'm so used to this one. Repair. And let's sell some gems off and some other junk. Well, I don't know. Sometimes I save the scrolls for my other characters. Get rid of all these potions, though. Yeah, I like shield ones, actually. Keep that. And for the sake of convenience, I'm just going to stuff some junk in my bank here so that I've got inventory space available. We'll take some of these items and just stick them in here to be processed. Gabriazar manages my inventory for kind of all my characters in some ways. Decides what's trash, gets sold, what's going to be kept, what we keep later, which characters to hold on to them, and all that kind of jazz. So, all right, that's probably enough. Just need enough to won't run out of inventory space. Let's go buy myself some clerics here, favorite souls, or whatever is available. Sure. That's level 25 favorite souls. I think that's favorite soul. Yeah. Okay, that's gonna be good. Just buy those up. And that's pretty good. Let's see how much time we got left here. Yeah, 20 minutes. I got enough time for like one more quest. Or just wandering around the adventure area a bit, so we'll probably do that. And now, I did achieve my goal earlier. I had the goal of trying to get the key that lets me go back there, and I've got that now, so we can go back to Evening Star. Lickety-split. So nice, so nice. It's another, you know, like on all my characters, you gotta get the bank space, you gotta get the key to Evening Star. There's some things that, like, compels every one of my characters to go run certain quests, do certain things. And we'll do our turn-ins here while we're at it. I also like that bards run fast. It's another great thing about bards. Some other characters, I always like to be able to run fast. I hate when my characters don't have boots of speed, I don't have haste, and they're just like slogging through a quest. It feels a little painful. Alright. Oh, actually I have some name stuff. I need to take a look at this. These are probably kind of like, yeah, pretty crappy named items. Dodge 9, Deadly 8. Evo Focus, Spellcraft. I don't know. These are probably bound to character, though. They're bound to character. Well, I can feed them to my named items, so I'll do that. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I can't. And this guy. More of these, like, pseudo-named items. Skirmishers, Bracers. Dex 9, Double Strike 8. Riposte when missed by an attack. Fire Guard. That's pretty terrible. I think Kinetic Lore 10. Oh, that's actually kind of good, I think. Well, maybe. I don't have enough casters to really say. But actually, I think it's pretty useless for Gabriazar, but that's okay. It'll get fed to an intelligent item, and that'll be that. Alright. XP for the sword. Don't have one yet on Gabriazar. I'm waiting till level 29. I'll probably just use the rapier that you can get from Ravenloft. Got one of those in my bank, so. Alright, can this guy take me anywhere? Army Shadow. No, I don't want to give you any shards. Oh, hey Cellophane. Loving the stream. What was that last quest you were on? Oh, that's a good question. Let me check real quick. It's one of these Shadowfell conspiracy quests. Let's see. Open up the quest journal. So I think Adventure Compendium is probably going to be better. So for some reason, it's not wanting to open these screens for me. Let's try it again. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, there we go. Okay. And so, and I think I have to search by Destiny here. Actually, I think it's going to be better if I go look at the other one. So let's get the quest journal. So the quest journal will group them by area. Savior Wayland. Alright. So Shadow over Wayloon, I think, is the main one. Mansion of Mystery. Those are Slayers. Snot Thrill of the Hunt. Completed. Army of Shadow. I'm pretty sure that was Army of Shadow. Eliminate the Shade General. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. That's the Army of Shadow quest here in the outside area. So this is pretty good here because we can do, let's see, Wayloon Docks. That's not what we want. Enter the Merchant's Townhouse. Lesson in Deception. And I wish it would sort these by type instead of by thing here, because then it'd be a little easier to find them. I want the one where I'm rescuing people. I think it might be this one. Okay, so let's see if that shows up on my map. Just to try and get to the quest a little faster. Yeah. So I am here. And is that it over there? Or is it something else entirely? Well, we'll find out. Let's see. But I'm really glad you're enjoying the stream. Thank you very much for saying so. My game is to entertain. And, you know, I'm still a baby streamer, really. Trying to get used to being a good streamer and all that. Long ways to go, I think. Though I am proud of my little DDO orb here for playing DDO. I think that's pretty cool. I made that myself. My wife helps me a lot with these things, though. Putting together the outlines and stuff. Now, normally, I kind of roleplay a little bit more. I can't get through there. That's right. Okay. Well, that's terrible. So that was useless. So I gotta find another way to get back up into that area. I don't even know if I could get to another quest before I kind of run down on my time here. That's okay. We need to kill some guys in this adventure area to get XP, so we'll do that too. Take our time getting there. No hurry. Like the Bob Ross of DDO, maybe. I'll kill some happy little creatures over here. That'll be nice. Maybe a few over here too. Keep it chill. And keep it easy. At least for today. I do like to challenge myself sometimes, but there are certain quests I'll do just as I test out characters. So I'm like working on a character, get a new level, get some new abilities, and then I'll take them into certain kind of, at different levels, I guess almost like a litmus test quest, and say, how do they do in this quest? And compared to other characters. That'll give me kind of an idea of their relative power level. It's really hard to judge in DDO, just like, how good is my character? It's in a group, everybody's just swinging like mad on the monsters. It's a little hard to kind of pin down what's happening. Unless you're a control caster, then it's really easy to see like how effective you are, because you're like, ah, yes, I held them, or no, I didn't hold them. That just becomes the measure, as it were. Can I go in this quest and can I hold the monsters? If I can, then I'm a good control caster. Or do they die, or do they, whatever it is I'm trying to do to them. I guess for a tank, it's a little easier to judge, but playing solo as a tank, well, it's a little boring, and it's because of scaling. You have to go like on a epic or something to really see where you're at for damage mitigation. I don't have many tanks because I'm such a solo player. I've only got a couple characters that you could say are built as tanks, and even that, it's a little bit of a stretch. Ooh, night hag's interesting. And I kind of remember where the recruitment center stuff is. Actually, I'm not even sure if I'm going to... Oh, I didn't quite kill that. I also have a bad habit of thinking, okay, my next swing is going to kill it. And so I'll just move on to the next monster before it's actually dead. I got to go back and take care of it. But hags are a good sign. I'm getting close to some of the other quests out here. Sort of going by instinct a lot on this game, out in this adventure area. My adventure area is kind of no challenge here, but this feels about right. I think there's one over here in these buildings, but I can be so wrong so often. Much to my wife's chagrin. It's like, what are you doing? Where are you going? Are we going in a circle? No, darling. Trust my instincts. They're super powerful. Well, not really. I'd like to imagine.
The greatest empire Toriel has ever seen. A land of flying cities and boundless magic. Then, for long centuries, Netheril slept, and its bounteous fields faded into desert. Yet soon, we will eclipse even our former glory. The future belongs to Netheril. The future belongs to you.
That's a nice speech, buddy, but it's not gonna happen. Okay, nope, totally wrong. Thought there was a quest back there around that corner, but I'm not seeing it. Still feel like this area has one. Maybe here? And I think I am whiffing on this. It just feels a little bit familiar. Oh well. So many adventure areas in this game that they can start to blend a little bit. I might just be remembering where these purple discs are.
The kingdom of Cormyr has gone unchallenged. Its people have grown fat and careless. Its rulers have become blind to the world around them. Yet all that changes starting now. Starting now, the old kingdom falls, and Netheril rises. Starting now, the shadow falls over Cormyr.
I think both the writing and the voice performance for these explorer voices is quite good. And this guy's a pretty cool character, this general. And his the accent that they decided to go with for him, and also the way they've written his dialogue. He sounds quite like not almost a realistic villain to some degree. Not completely, of course, but he seems to have his own particular ambitions. Wait, is this it? Oh no, this is Shar Manor. This is a weird little zone. So it's like not a quest, but it does have like kind of secrets and unlockables in it and stuff. It's pretty interesting, but we'll go through a little bit. Wander around in here. So now, normally I will say when I do my stream, I kind of plan a series of adventures that we'll do.
Be securely locked, but
this time I'm just playing casually.
No
today.
doubt it can be found elsewhere in the prison.
I would roleplay, read all the dialogues, get a little bit more into the actual adventure itself. But here we're just kind of planting you, having some fun, relaxing. It's been a long work week. I teach English to people in Japan, and I had quite a lot of lessons to teach this week. I had 7 yesterday. The day before that was 10. I think 7's kind of like a normal day. But I've been having a light schedule because I'm moving back to America, so there's a lot of packing and things to do. And after DDO today, I got to do some freelance writing. We're going to be writing some marketing copy for small rural American hospitals.
Our people are
I have many little
unsurpassed in
jobs
matters of magic.
that I do.
Why then do we have so
Hustles,
few
as it were,
truly
make money.
accomplished wizards assigned to Wayland?
Such is the life of a
Own
traveler.
talents are entirely devoted to maintaining the Shadowfen. This door appears to be securely locked.
Oh no, we cut off the
There's
one
no
dialogue
key
with the
in
boring
sight.
dialogue.
No doubt it can be found elsewhere in the prison.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, I spent the last 5 years kind of traveling around. So I spent 3 years traveling America in a travel trailer, and then I came to Japan. Spent 2 years to live here, and heading back to the U.S. now. My new adventure is this, really, is to do live streaming for a while. Hopefully turn it into enough of an income and kind of a profession, making content and cool stuff that I can do it as at least maybe my primary income, not a complete income, but
to be securely locked.
enough with
no
my
key in
other
sight.
side hustles
No
that we
doubt
can
it
make a
be
living on
found
the road.
elsewhere in the prison.
That's a long-term goal, though. It'll take, I think, at least a year before I can call streaming a sufficient income, but we'll see how it goes. I got other things I'll do. I'll be writing and writing role-playing game materials, making videos, all kinds of different stuff. So, a little media empire, kind of, sort of. And, as I discover new things that are efficacious, I'll do those as well. Maybe this is a quest. No, the drainage culprits. I think this is sort of like a fast travel option more. Alright, somebody attacked me. Oh, this guy. Oh, he ran a long way to come over here. Hassle me. So these are... I think this is just a fast travel mechanism in this area. Yeah, you are not on the right quest. Oh, that was a quest I already did. That's what's going on. Alright, in and out of the Shadowfell. So weird. That effect. I mean, it's kind of cool, but it's also just marginally annoying, I think. I don't think we're going to find another quest in time, so we're probably going to be done for today pretty soon here. Check my time while I'm putting these guys. Yeah. I got 7 minutes before I got to turn into a pumpkin and disappear, so we'll just use the remainder of my time killing some random fellers. Get a little bit of XP. Am I close to a kill number here? Quite a ways away, in fact. Maybe we'll find a rare encounter. Those usually tend to be concentrated towards the middle of the map, though. And once again, I left this guy with a sliver of health. Really shouldn't do that. There, I almost did it again. I just have this instinct. Yeah, there's the disc.
I wouldn't worry too much about Shadowfell creatures slipping into the prison. A Nightcrawler attack or two will give the prisoners a healthy respect for the Shadow. Yet keep your eyes on the Night Hags. They are unreliable and not to be trusted.
I don't want to trust those Night Hags. Dangerous critters. Alright, can we get into the prison here? Because there's usually named encounters up in there. Oh, no, I jumped too soon. Right, let's go around this way. Well, there's a gate. The question is, can I open the gate? It doesn't look like I can open the gate from here. It's kind of to, I think, to get into the central spire, get up on the roofs here. Probably not this one, though. I want those kind of ramps that go around it. But this gate looks promising. Down in here. Oh, hello. My Shadowkai friends. Yeah, enough of that blade dancing. Come on over here. Stop spinning. I'll let your spinny friend catch up with us. Dotting out on me. Shadow puppeteers. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Okay, so here's the way into the castle. Let's see if we can find a named encounter. Back into the Shadowfell, of course. Could use a little true seeing, I think. So get that on here with this. Now I can see truly. And get these guys up on the roof. They're just gonna spam at me. Oh, I see they're fighting some other guys up here. Hey, War Wizards. Yeah, I think you guys need to run out of here. What? Oh, you want to fight? Okay, well, we can do that. Not gonna fall for my tricks, huh? I think you should. You should fall for my tricks. Okay, just gonna run away and fight me. Oh, that's fine. Night Hag. Oh no! Maybe name beholder? That'd be a fun fight. Get some howlers. I like that weird howly, whiny sound they make. It's kind of cool. Oh, a bunch of night hags. Okay, that's a little dangerous. Okay, this will be fun. Oh, I got a proper fight now. Okay, well that means it's time for a bard song. Sing a little song about how you're all gonna die. There we go. Lovely. And just pick them off one at a time after that. It looks like the night hags were not affected by my singing. Oh, I better heal myself. I'm gonna die. One thing I love about bards is that built-in singing crowd control. So good for situations where you're a little outnumbered and you just need to get things under control. We woke up the Shadow because we healed him. That's fine. And these should be a piece of cake at this point. It's just so great having that option to just kind of say, alright everyone, let's just take a $5, come back and get you later. And then one-on-one with a track bow. That's no problem. Never really a troubled issue. Oh, and look, there's a quest. That's a little too late, though. I gotta check out here momentarily. I think this fight will be my last.
All of Shah's followers inside Weylun have sworn fealty to Netherrealm. We now have a force inside the prison dedicated to the glory of the Mistress
It is
of
not
the
a
Night,
quest, it's just
the
a little
triumph
adventure
of
area.
our empire, and the complete and utter destruction of Cormia.
So we'll clear out this barn, and then I think we'll call it a night here on DDO. So thanks very much for tuning in. If you caught the show today, thank you very much, Cellophane, for following us. I really appreciate that. And thank you, as always, Melanie, for keeping me company here, chatting with me, and making life fun. So I really appreciate it.
My congratulations on recovering the Mythala. It will surely be a great asset to our operations in the Stormhorns. And one day, I hope to see Carsus's folly undone.
And, you know, if you want to check out other stuff I'm doing, you can check out my website, sigtrent.com. And we link all our streaming sites there. I've got stuff on YouTube. There's both Sig Trent Plays Games and Siegfried Trent. You can find kind of like political essays, philosophical stuff, things like that there, if that's more your bent. But if you like gaming, then you want Sig Trent on YouTube. There's not a lot of videos up there yet, but we're working on it. There's a few live casts up there that you can watch, and some Hearthstone videos that I've done. And yeah, and on Facebook, we've got Sig Trent Plays Games, pretty much the same content everywhere you go. But the blog, my website, does have like gaming articles, stuff to talk about. I try to post when free games are out that I think are really cool games. So if I see something free and fun to play, I'll let people know about it. Well, I think that's about it. All right, everybody. So have a great day out there, a great night, whatever time it happens to be for you. For me, it's getting into evening now, and we'll catch you later. So have fun. Bye bye.